The Gospel of Mark. Beware of pretentious scribes. Mark 12:38-40. Introduction. 1. Teaching in the temple on Tuesday of the last week, Jesus has countered the doctrines of various religious and political leaders. A. The Pharisees and Herodians. B. The Sadducees and Scribes. 2. Toward the end, he then addressed the practices of some of them. A. Especially the scribes. Mark 12:38-40. B. But also the Pharisees. Matthew 23:1-39. In his teaching he said to them, Beware of the scribes, who like to walk in long robes, and to get greetings in the marketplaces, and the best seats in the synagogues, and the best places at feasts, those who devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. These will receive greater condemnation. Mark 12:38-40. 1. Pretentious scribes in Jesus' day. A. Desired to wear their long robes. 1. Their flowing robes were full-length prayer shawls with tassels attached to the four corners, in contrast to the colorful common Jewish dress. J.R. Edwards. PNTC. 2. Made of wool or linen, these blanket-like mantles, known as tallits, distinguished rabbis and scholars as men of wealth and eminence. I bid. They relished the distinction of their robes and the attention it gave them. B. Love greetings in the marketplaces. 1. The formal salutations in the marketplaces, and to have the people address them as Rabbi. Hendrickson. NTC. Matthew 23:6. 2. What the men who are here rebuked were always longing for was not a mere token of friendliness, but rather a demonstration of respect, a public recognition of their prominence. I bid. They wanted to be addressed by titles that distinguished and elevated them. C. Best seats in the synagogues. 1. Refers to the benches along the walls of the synagogues, and especially to the dais at the front of the synagogue, which faced the congregation seated on the floor in the middle of the synagogue. Edwards. PNTC. 2. These first seats, as they were called in Greek, were reserved for teachers and persons of rank, and afforded the best position from which to address the congregation. I bid. They loved the honor and attention such seats gave them. D. Best places at feasts. 1. Seating at banquets was either according to age or according to importance. C.A. Evans. WBC. 2. Jesus had warned against seeking out the best places at a feast. Luke 14:7-11. They wanted privileges they felt due their position and stature. E. Devour widows' houses. 1. By embezzling funds set up for the care of widows. Evans. WBC. 2. By freeloading on the hospitality of widows. I bid. 3. By mismanaging estates or wills of widows entrusted to them. I bid. They took advantage of widows who trusted them. F. For show-off or long prayers. 1. The scribes were capable of lengthy, eloquent prayers. Evans. WBC. 2. But this they did in pretense, consistent with their ostentation in dress and pursuit of honors and recognition. I bid. They paraded their religious knowledge and supposed piety. 2. Pretentious scribes in our day. A. Ministers are often elevated. 1. Distinctive clerical garb, without New Testament authority. 2. Religious titles, Reverend, Father, Pastor, Preacher. Contra. Matthew 23:8-10. A. Apostle, Prophet, Pastor, Elder, Evangelist, teacher are descriptive terms in the New Testament. B. They are never used as religious titles in the New Testament. 3. Reserved seating in worship. 4. Preferred treatment at social gatherings. 5. Unaccountable control of financial resources. 6. Always being asked to lead public prayers. Even well-intentioned respect can easily lead to pretentiousness. B. Ministers often elevate themselves. 1. Preferring to wear distinctive clothing to stand out, gain respect. 2. Expecting others to address them by religious titles. 3. Demanding special seating in worship. 4. Assuming preferred treatment in social settings. 5. Embezzling church funds, taking advantage of widows. 6. Praying long, showy prayers by rote. Ministers of Christ are called to be humble servants. Matthew 23:11-12. Conclusion. 1. The words of Jesus should serve as a warning. A. Not just to those who might be led astray by the pretentiousness of religious leaders. B. But by religious leaders themselves, lest they no longer serve as true ministers of Christ. 2. It is not just religious leaders who can have problems with pretentiousness. A. The average Christian can easily be ostentatious in their conduct and clothing. B. Thus we should give careful thought to these words of Jesus. And whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Matthew 23:12. The end. The Gospel of Mark. Beware of pretentious scribes. Mark 12:38-40.